knows the day Jesus is coming soon. All creation trembles, longing for the day Jesus is coming soon. There will be judgment, there will be mercy on that terrible day. Leaders will bow down and kingdoms will fall down. Have you felt your world begin to shake? Hear the sound of the Lion of Judah. See the fire and the fear and the enemy's come from the sound of the Lion of Judah roaring again. There's a new generation arising, unnameless, faceless, places trying. All they fear is the fear of the Lord. All they hear is the Lion of Judah. Hear the sound of the Lion of Judah. See the fire and the fear and the enemies come from the sound of the Lion of Judah roaring again. There's a new generation rising, unnameless, faceless, placeless tribe. All they fear is the fear of the Lord. All they hear is the Lion Judah.
I decided once again to have another abortion. But this time I remember going back to the clinic and I was crying because I really didn't want to be there. And even the nurse at the desk, she knew it. But it's like nobody wanted to stop me because really all they want is your money. And after I got into the room, and I remember I was laying on the table and I was just laying there staring up at the ceiling trying to not think about what was fixing to happen, and the nurse was patting my arm trying to comfort me, and I just was crying. And then the abortionist walked in and it started, and the vacuum started in the suction machine, and I was just staring up at the ceiling, and for some reason I looked over at the nurse, and about that time the nurse looked down at the doctor, and I saw her, and it seemed like slow motion because she said, "Oh look, twins." And then she looked up at me and smiled, and I remember seeing her in slow motion, and I just remember screaming, and I just started screaming, "Oh my God, what have I done? No, no, stop, stop." And the doctor started yelling at me to lay still because the vacuum was still on, the machine was inside of me, and the nurse was trying to hold me down, and they had to call someone else into the room to hold me down. And the doctor was telling me that he couldn't stop because of the pieces of the baby being left inside of me and the infection. So I had to lay there being held down while they took the rest of the other baby out of me. And I remember being in the recovery room, and the doctor came in there, and you know, I've already had 2 abortions, and none of the doctors, either one, came in there. But the doctor did come in to speak to me, and he apologized for the nurses' behavior because the nurses aren't supposed to tell the women about their children. But I feel like God allowed me to hear about my twins so that I would know what I did. It would open my eyes to what abortion really was. I know when I walked out of that abortion clinic that day, I felt like a zombie and I wanted to die. But I also knew that I would never, ever have anything to do with abortion again.